Well, another Oiler loss, 5-3 to the New Jersey Devils. Lots to get to here on the Oil Stream post-game show. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan Salas, Benny the Jet here with you. Want to hear from you, 780-218-9999. Hit up the nasty chat. Slam that thumbs up for us. Like I said, we're going to break it down. We'll have the turning point. We'll have the player of the game. We'll get into the just everything that has to do with this game. It's just the breakdown with Joaquin, Gage. Of course, Benny will chime in, and we want to hear from you. The Oilers continue to play sloppy hockey, turnovers galore. The big boys leading the way, man. It's just not good enough. People go, well, Hernan, McDavid got 2 points. Who cares? He was awful for most of that game. So was Draisaitl. Nurse's turn to be bad. That fourth goal giveaway was atrocious. A guy where he is in his career should not be making a play like that bad. Power play, shorthanded goal, Connor Brown. Frustrating. You have to be frustrated with this team. Yeah, sure, Lazar scored at the end. I'm not reading much into that. Joaquin, you said something to me during the game. What is the best part of the Oilers game right now?
I would argue till my last breath through these first few games with the Edmonton Oilers that the best players for the Edmonton Oilers through the stretch have been their goaltenders.
Yeah.
Calvin Pickard was the score does not reflect what he was able to do tonight for his team. Like, all you're asking is for a chance to be in the game, but not only that, he's taking goals away from the other team. Like, he's making crucial saves at crucial times. Like, that's really disheartening to see that type of effort. Like you mentioned, the Nurse giveaway. To me, that's kind of like, I don't care about the guy. I know he's been stopping. I know the shot clock doesn't look like it, but we were saying that. We go, well, they're out shooting them. But when I can't remember, like, I didn't think of one instance where Jake Allen did something out of the ordinary to stop a puck. It was a pedestrian night. Like, it didn't matter who you had in net there. Oilers, no second opportunities, no drive. Like, it was a very lackluster effort for a lot of players wearing Oilers jerseys.
They don't learn anything. They continue to overpass. No one goes to the net. Jake Allen, sure, he made a lot of saves. How many were grade A's? Tell me, because Pickard made like 8. This could have been 10-3 if it wasn't for Calvin Pickard. And Joaquin's right. He nailed it. The only good part of this team right now is the goaltending. Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard have given this team every chance in every single game. Another part of the game, and we got lots to break down, that really pissed me off. They go on the power play. Connor and Draisaitl are going back and forth, passing the puck, and they're coming closer and closer.
Well, that was the most bizarre play I've ever seen.
Turned over. They score shorthanded. There's a minute 20 left. You're down 3-1. You're probably going to lose the game. And you come out with the same 5 guys that gave up that goal. Like, come on, Knoblauch. Give other guys a chance. Send the damn message. It's ridiculous that you keep throwing these guys out there. Mistake after mistake after mistake. It's 3-1 at that point. I guarantee you put Enrique, you put Savoy, you put any of those guys out there, they're going to work their butts off for you. And they're going to try to get you a goal. But no, hey, let's go back with the same 5 guys. Yes, they're historic. Yes, they're great. But they cost you. It's ridiculous. Enough is enough with these guys. If they're not going, you have enough skill on this team to go with the second power play unit. And if they don't score, oh well. But going back to the same and rewarding players for mistakes.
I've never, even on teams with, those dynamite power plays, if you allowed a shorthanded goal against, especially in the manner that it happened, the coach was pulling you off.
Yeah.
That was like, that's ridiculous. There has to be a sense of accountability, because I don't care how old you are or how long you've played or what have you. It sends such a poor message throughout the whole rest of your team where, well, it doesn't matter what I do. They're going to get all these chances. And I guarantee if it was power play 2 out there, they're coming off,
So pretty much Bouge all those 5 guys on the power play get a free pass no matter what. Nuge, I'll give him credit. He was probably one of 4 players that was good tonight. I have no issues with Nuge.
He's been their best forward all year so far.
But Benny, I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, send a message. It's early on in the season. Last year, he benched Draisaitl.
Yeah.
And you're not benching them. You're pulling them off and letting other guys get involved in this game. Benny, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's god awful. Specifically on that goal. I understand a lot of hate has been around Bouchard recently, and trust me, how much I would love to steer the conversation away from the easy conversation. But it's truthfully, if you're gonna go pinch on that play, which in my opinion was probably the right play. The puck's loose, Nuge is fighting for it. He steps in, and if he showed some urgency, he gets that puck, he gets it deep, and the play's still alive in the zone. Instead, he does his half do I go? Okay, I'll take a step, maybe, and then that's where they go flying the other way and they score. Connor Brown, classic penalty kill goal. That is where you make those mistakes. Is when you go, I don't know, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't.
Yeah,
it was a completely just lazy. Once like we talked about in the pregame show, his poise and his nonchalantness is his biggest weakness and his biggest strength. Mm-hmm. That showed as a weakness today. It was brutal. Darnell Nurse's turnover, god awful. This loss isn't necessarily, you can't really pin it on one guy. I pin it on a group of guys.
Yeah. Yes.
And it is the top guys. Mm-hmm. Connor, Leon, Darnell, Bouchard. I don't want to throw Nuge in that. I think Nuge has been playing pretty solid. They need to be better. It is just embarrassing efforts the past 3 games. This whole road trip has been god awful. They got lucky to win one in the Big Apple with Skinner standing on his head. Once again, goalie wasn't bad again today. No,
it's unreal in the first period.
Picks holds the minute for as long as he could. His team laid him out again. It's ridiculous.
They're playing doll hockey. It's not. The first period was awful. Yeah. Both teams.
It was bad. It did. We were mentioning. We thought that the pucks were left on the heater because it never laid flat. Right.
No.
For both. It was a scrambly net, but it affected both teams. Both teams were like that. Right.
Yeah.
And look, I saw something from a Bootski. He goes, lay off. It's October. Sky's not falling. Look, we're not saying the sky is falling, but this effort. In this game in particular, that's what we're focusing on right now.
Yeah. It's one game.
It was, you can't have that type of effort from your leadership group, the top guys who should be leading the way and showing the rest of the guys on the team how to play, how to do things with the proper effort on both sides of the puck. There was, it does look like a frustrated team, and I get it. I've been part of it at times. But it's tough when you see your leaders essentially. I haven't seen Connor McDavid do something like that in a long time, where the breakaway went and he skates into the corner.
Dude, that was, and then he slams his stick on the glass. What does that help?
What if Pickard saves it?
Yeah.
That's a side of Connor I haven't seen. So obviously this is a frustrated group, but Louis DeBrusque said it best. A little bit left in the third. It's basically hard hack work boots mentality.
Yep.
And you got that for the most part of that game in that bottom 6 of the lineup. They were getting pucks deep and working hard and trying to generate something. But the discrepancy between the bottom 6 and the top 6 was cavernous. Yeah, and you can't have that.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. We want to hear from you, 780-218-9999. Hit us up on the good old nasty chat. Slam that thumbs up. The Oil Stream post-game show, of course, brought to you by GCL Diesel, brought to you, proud suppliers of genuine original equipment, products from manufacturers like Bosch, Denso, Garrett, Borge, Warner, and Whole Set. We have to get to... Well, the whole show is pretty much the breakdown with Gage analyst Joaquin Gage. We still have to. We'll go to the dressing room. I want to hear what Knob has to say, and I really hope one of the big boys is going to speak. Yeah. Turning point, player of the game, all that fun stuff. Couple things, guys. You're right. When you see 97 and 29. Like, just go back and ISO them for pick any shift you want. There's certain shifts are better than others. The effort coming back, the effort defensively. Like, again, Draisaitl was like in cement. McDavid, like you said, like just quitting on the play. Like, yeah, it's probably, you're never going to get there. We all get that. But just to go to the corner and slam your stick after they score, and then you get to go out there again and try to score a goal is ridiculous to me. So, yeah, when other guys see 97 and 29, I'll choose when I want to defend and back check. Sure, it's a bad look. This team, the whole offseason talked about a better start. Listen, they're 2-2-1. It's not terrible. It can get terrible. But outside of one game this year, it's been sloppy. It has not been good enough and led by their big dogs. Okay? That's why they get paid the big bucks. That's why we're all over them when they're great. But like Gage said, when you lines 3 and 4 are outworking lines 1 and 2 and are better, you have a problem.
That's the point. Like, I don't want to hear any other blame other than the top guys. Like, I thought the bottom two lines, they were solid. I thought they did their job. If the top line guys did their thing today, we probably have a different result. The only people with dashes today, Draisaitl, Kapanen, Nuge, McDavid, Mangiapane, and Bouchard. Only guys with dashes today.
It's how many minutes here? 22 for McDavid. That's a little bit lower than what, and 21 for Draisaitl. He did roll his lines. Quickly, guys, I got to get to the scoring summary here, just in case people listening and watching missed it. No scoring in the first period. Like I said, it was a very dull period. If you didn't fall asleep, good for you. Shots were 9-4 Edmonton. New Jersey didn't get a shot until about the 8-minute mark.
Well, it kind of looked good in that respect. Right? Yeah.
But on to the second period. Jack Hughes opens it up at 8:07. Assist went to Pesce. They would double that up on the power play. 3 seconds into the power play. A bit of a lucky bounce for sure. But it goes right to Jesper Bratt with his third. He gets the power play goal. It's 2-0 there. Hughes, Hischier with the assist. Nugent Hopkins would score late with under 2 minutes to go to cut it down to 2-1. Assist to McDavid. And the first point for Jack Roslovic as a member of the Edmonton Oilers. To the third. Connor Brown with the dagger. At 10:37, shorthanded assist to Luke Glendening. That's a 3-1 game. And then an awful turnover by Darnell Nurse leads to Jack Hughes second on the afternoon for a 4-1 lead. Jesper Bratt gets a point there as well on the lone assist. Nugent Hopkins would score at 16:30, his second of the game, fourth of the season. And McDavid and Nurse with the assist. That's 4-2 at that point. Darcy Mercer with the empty netter. Assist to Nico Hischier. And very late in the game, Gage went crazy with 3 seconds left. Curtis Lazar, another guy who in his debut gets his first goal. Henrique and Emberson with the assist. And that's how it ends, a 5-3 win. Shots on goal, 30-23 for the Edmonton Oilers. Power plays, 0-for-3 for Edmonton. The PK went 2-for-3. Hits, 24-20 in favor of the Devils. Block shots, 15-14 in favor of the Devils. Giveaways, 25-10 in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. 25-10. Let that sink in for a bit.
25-10. 25 times. And not only that, they got good chances off a lot of those. Like the nonchalantness of having the puck, and there's just not that extra oomph. Get the puck out, get it in. Everything hard, like it boggles. It's frustrating to see a team that that says all the right things, and you said it, Hernan. The good start, good habits, creating, right. And then you get that type of effort back to back. I don't know, man. That's concerning. I know there's a lot of time, but I tomorrow afternoon, I want to see, and I don't care. Like I just want to see consistent, hard effort. You might make mistakes, but I want to see that play that Bouchard's kind of 50-50. Like, make the play. If you make the mistake, fine. Yeah. But don't just get caught in the middle.
Yeah. That's my thing. Go down swinging. Like if you're going to make that play, take hard strides to that puck and head first. And even if he doesn't go for that puck, okay, backs up, he's playing a one-on-one, that's fine. But the puck's loose, go for it. You're playing this weird 50-50 game. To just question yourself. I hate this cliche, but it kind of is just what needs to happen. You just need to bear down. It's just all it is.
Hard work, man.
Louis said, hey, put the hard hat on.
Yeah.
Let's go to work here. Enough with because this team has a skill. We all know that. But if you're not going to work hard, it's not going to go anywhere. High danger chances in this game. This is courtesy of Natural Stat Trick. 14-8 for New Jersey. Look, New Jersey had 23 shots on net, Gage, but probably 15 of those were great saves.
Yeah, you can't, we were saying that too, watching the game, when the Oilers were out shooting them, and gosh, they have 9 shots. A lot of them are perimeter shots. Yeah. And then New Jersey gets their first shot, and all of a sudden the guy's alone in the slot. And everyone's kind of looking. They're still puck watching. Where's the urgency to find the guy without the puck? I mean, guy goes behind the net, and you still have. Remember last year how many times did we ISO Edmonton Oilers heads all looking at the puck behind the net?
Yeah,
and it happened again tonight.
Yes, we pointed it out twice. There was one where McDavid, they're all looking at the puck, and then I think it
still goes through,
and Heischer's in the slot all by himself. Let's get to the inbox here. That rant from Hernan made me brush my teeth and go to bed. I like that. This one says, it's too bad Lazar scored. Now he has to be scratched next, Kane. Per team rules from Jays. This one from Dirty Curdy. Nothing more Oilers than Brown burying a shorty on a critical power play. Early season perimeter garbage. Everyone but Nuge ineffective with Connor's overpassing syndrome. Nurse and Bouchard barf. Dig in, oil country. Until Hyman, Until Hyman and Wallman get back, get Phil back in and throw Savoy on Connor's wing. Preseason hockey for how many more games? It's a good point, man. They're not playing good hockey. It's very, very sloppy. Jordan, somebody tell McDavid that he is signed. He's playing like free agency is looming. Good point. 2 games, the goalies played awesome, and then the team hung them both out to dry. Yes. Yeah. Brandon from Windsor, terrible. Time to regroup. This one, no name. Brown scoring on the Oilers is the most Oiler thing to ever happen. Yep. Props to him for finishing that breakaway because he almost never converted those for the Oilers.
I was more shocked that he scored, to tell you the truth.
It's a good point, man. It's a good point.
I'm looking at their minute distribution, and it's actually not as bad as
I
thought it would be. The lowest time on ice guy today was Curtis Lazar with 10:21, which is pretty surprising. Savoy got to 14:34, Frederick 12:40, Henrique 12:27, which was how I thought it should have been. In the case of the bottom 6 was, in my opinion, a bright spot today. There's the odd shift where you're like, okay, probably need a puck out there from that guy on the bottom 6. But for the most part, I thought they did their job. And some of their minutes reflect that. But there's the situational moments you guys talk about, specifically that power play, where they don't pull off that top unit.
Yeah.
Those are the bad ones where you go, okay, that's where the coach needs to lay off the top guys a little bit.
This one from Jay in the Park. Can you guys please explain something to me? At what point does Knoblauch start holding people accountable for those atrocious turnovers, killing offense and resulting in goals again? I brought that up. After that shorthanded goal, that first unit should have went off the ice. It's that simple. Now, how many teams hold their star players accountable? Not many, let's be honest.
They do, though, man. You'd be surprised. There's been times I've watched a Lightning game. There was one last game, and he put Cooch at the back, right?
Yeah.
And I let me put it this way. I understand Knoblauch, a new coach, but he had a relationship with Connor before, right? But I can see if he just comes in and you know what, they're struggling. He's only got a few games on it, but he's been the coach now for a while, right? He knows he's had a lot of these players in his stable for a long period of time. I think, and maybe it's a bullet he's holding back in his chamber for later, but I don't know, just the fact that this is, now it's 3 years in a row, and granted, their record isn't as bad as it, but they're not playing well.
Yeah.
Their record doesn't reflect how the team is playing currently. So maybe it is time for a coach to send a message, because I guarantee if he throws Connor and Leon at the end of the bench and they miss a couple shifts, like he did with Leon last year, do it early. And maybe that maybe you get a reaction. Maybe you need, because they look frustrated, but it's not translating on the ice. Ice time's the only currency that Knoblauch really has with these guys to motivate,
Well, that's what I mean. Nurse, today? Like 3-4 turnovers that led to opportunities. Like at that point, it's like, Nurse, take a seat. You're missing 2 shifts. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Just because he's part of the core and he's 30 years old and he has an A on his sweater. Who cares? They're costing you. We will have McDavid pregame. I can see that he's talking with the media. There's a lack of urgency for me. A lot of bad decisions. Like, and it's different if it's Emberson and it's Savoy and it's whatever. But all these dumb decisions are by main guys on the Edmonton Oilers that have been around. And listen, you can have rough games. No one's perfect. We have rough shows. We're never 100%, every damn show. So I get it. But the first 5 games of the season, you're coming in fresh. Like, for me, there's just, it's hard to fathom that they're going through this again. It truly is. It truly is.
The Reverend Texan, does the constant changing of lines kill chemistry? It seems like no one can get organized.
And he's going to change the lines tomorrow again.
Oh, it's going to be completely different again.
You know what he's going to do tomorrow? It's nuclear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing their best starts were when Connor and Leon were together.
Yeah.
But tell you the truth, I didn't mind it because other guys had to play. And it seemed like there was a little bit more, like I look back to that Vancouver game, Connor and Leon played the whole game together.
Yeah.
Right? And it allowed the lines to kind of form and gel. Yeah, it's...
And I can understand, I don't. Oh, the chemistry... Okay, you have some new players here. There's no excuse for the power play.
New Jersey didn't change the lines that much.
Like the power play should be fine, and there's a new coach and there's a new system apparently, but it looks the same to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, they had some good looks early on. Sure, I'll give them credit, but it's McDavid circling, looking for Draisaitl. That's all it is.
And again, at the end, cutting through the slot, you're in the middle of the ice. You're down. You need some goals. You got to let it buck, And
Benny made a good point. They won in New York, but they were not good.
No,
they were not
Stuart
good.
Skinner
Stole them
the game. The only reason they won is because the other team couldn't score on Stuart Skinner.
Yeah,
and it looked like you were getting a great performance from Pickard, and maybe you could rely on your goaltending once again. But you can only do so much when you give the other team top players on the planet. Like, you can't be giving Jack Hughes time and space alone with the puck. Like,
and he should have had Hattie because he had an open net. He pulled a McDavid.
Yeah, he should have shot the one. But I mean, this is another game where the other team's stars outplayed the Oilers stars by a large margin.
Cagill with one on the nasty chat. He says, Hernan, can you tell me why I put Colson and Kapanen were in the top 6 over Rozovic and Savoy? I mean, it's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Kapanen's not a goal scorer. Kapanen is, and listen, I didn't mind Kapanen. I don't mind put Colson, but they're not goal scorers. They're not playmakers. And yes, Draisaitl said, if you understand hockey, you know what Paul Colson. I know what Paul Colson brings, but and I know he loves playing with him, but they don't produce. Plain and simple. Yeah. I agree. Why not? Rozovic's got more skill than both those guys, and Savoy, I think he's earned it with his play.
Yeah,
Benny pointed out a few really good plays. There's good poise. Like he makes the proper decisions with the puck. He doesn't try to do too much with it. It's always going to be in a safe. And granted, you have to take chances sometimes to create opportunities, right? But he's a very responsible player out there. I think Knoblauch was, by putting Kapanen and Podkolzin again, this is something he's familiar with. Trying to probably find a spark that you saw with those guys. That line did have success last year at times, right? So you were hoping that putting them together would find something. But again, but Leon Draisaitl, his interest level was not there tonight.
And Podkolzin, who's usually safe with the puck, had 2 bad turnovers in his own end.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with Podkolzin tonight was he was back with Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that because every time Podkolzin, he could have been on a breakaway and he would have looked to give it to Leon, right? He was looking to get, like, he was doing a great job and protect, but he constantly was trying to get the puck to Leon.
No, and that's a good question by Gage. It is.
Yeah, it's just they're trying to bring back of what the chemistry they kind of had last year, and
and Knob loves his veterans, loves his hard workers. Like, let's just call it how it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't hate the young guys. It's just a trust thing for him.
Yeah,
like, I know everybody wants to trade Janmark. When Janmark's healthy, he's playing.
He's playing. He's absolutely playing.
He's Knob's guy, man.
yeah.
So, it's one of those games where I understand why the fans are frustrated, because it's the same old start. And it's the same things happening in this team, where it's the only thing that's different is the goaltending's holding this.
Yeah.
It's early.
It's early, but that's a great sign, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a bright spot. It's
huge.
like outside of day one of the season, where Skinner made that horrible play, which we talked about in the postgame show. Like, he didn't play bad that night. He just had a horrible screw up that caught that, exactly, right? That everyone's going to pinpoint. Since that moment, like, you can't blame any of the Oilers goaltending this entire year. Like it has been strictly their top guys and just lack of effort, it feels like, from them.
Yeah. And you can't pick and choose when you want to work hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a Stanley Cup contender.
No.
Listen, I'm sure Connor and Leon are out there and they're giving it their best. Like, I can't question that, because I don't know. But from what we're seeing on TV, or if you're there live, you can't tell me they're at their best.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close.
They're not even close to what they're at their best. Like I said, have the ISO on those two guys today. Not every shift, but there's a few shifts with very, very lax coming back. Very lax. Lack of awareness. Attention to detail.
I always used to get frustrated when I would see guys, when they had the puck, it was a billion miles an hour, right? On the offense. But as soon as that puck got turned over defense, all of a sudden it became a turtle race, and
James says, relax, it's only the second preseason. Well, it seems like the Oilers take October as a preseason.
Yeah.
You know what? It's kind of my fault sitting here. I was trying to get these guys fired up with everything. I was yelling at the TV a lot.
Okay, but honestly, guys, everybody chiming in about the line juggling. Tomorrow it's going to be new lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going 97-29 because he wants to win that game.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. And I agree with a lot more new players than last year. You keep throwing them in the blender. How do you expect to find any chemistry?
No, got to find some continuity with have some players that have played together. I didn't mind Lazar's game, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
he was good.
He's really good, man.
He killed penalties.
Yeah. I was, and like efficiently too.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that was part of it. I thought that before the game, just because he's been in that system for a while, knows the players, knows what they try to accomplish on the power play. It did look like he was reading it quite well, always in a good position. Yeah, I didn't mind. This might keep Lazar in the lineup. I was thinking maybe this was to keep 97 and 29 off the PK, and maybe you can establish a true PK, a couple true PK units. Not unlike a few years ago, where it was the strength of the Edmonton Oilers team.
Yeah, not because he scored, but I'm not taking him out because he played well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier to take him out than someone else.
Yeah, I think you run back the same lineup tomorrow. It's probably gonna be different lines.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Wallman's ready. I mean, I think Wallman helps enormously with this team.
You replace Stetcher with him. I thought, again, Stetcher's having a rough go.
I think he had kind of a rough go tonight.
Yeah. So
people asking why isn't Philp playing? Listen, Philp right now, he's the guy that's going to be in and out of the lineup. He did nothing wrong, and the coach said that.
Numbers game.
I don't mind Philp, but right now, you're not. I wouldn't take Lazar out. I thought he was good tonight or this afternoon. And then who else? Kapanen maybe is the other one.
Yeah, maybe. But then you're making Philp play wing.
Yeah, it's
tough. It's
tough numbers game.
Yeah.
It's center, right?
Yeah, and Stetcher struggled again today. That's why I hope Wallman's back. Wallman, he's going to bring a little bit of grease to the lineup. He has a good first pass,
Great first pass.
Yeah. So he's going to help immensely. And then Skinner tomorrow's going to have to be on his toes again because this team right now is not playing good hockey. It's not inspiring confidence in anyone right now. And I'm intrigued to hear what they have to say post-game. Benny will let me know once he has post-game video here. Let's get back to the inbox. Lots of messages coming in. We appreciate you watching and listening to us. Of course, slam that thumbs up if you can. Jason says, I said it last year, and I'll say it again. The core of this players is soft. No one is scared of being run over by these D-men. Nurse looks so disinterested again this year. For the money, he gives you nothing. This one from our friend Hontorio Momes. It's wild, but every year they come back and it seems like they've never played together. Nurse has been in the league for 11 years and still makes rookie mistakes. Between him and Bouchard, one of them is having a bad game. You're starting -2. It's a good point. That part, listen, every defenseman, no matter how long they've been in the league, makes a mistake.
Yeah.
It's just too much for Nurse.
Yeah.
Well, at that time of the game, though.
That too.
That was just such an odd little weak play, like a very trying to place it instead of just hammering that puck off the boards and out. Right? If you get an icing, who cares?
Yeah.
But don't turn it over and give it to one of the most talented players on the planet.
But for me, Gage, he has the puck on his backhand. He could have probably did 4 things that were better than what he did.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He shot on his back. Yeah.
Could turn around, give me a harder chip off the boards. Probably had a guy far side.
He just hit it off the boards to hit it off the boards.
But it was soft. He tried to place it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. This one from Twitter, Mary. Another game and another start to a season where the effort of the players stomps on the fans' excitement. We have had several disappointing season starts now, and we want reason to celebrate instead of reasons to hold our breath. Because you know what's going to happen, guys, eventually? You're not going to be able to make up what you lost in October.
Yeah.
Seriously. At one point, that's going to happen. I'm not saying it will.
It's going to be tight down to the end again. And every point is so valuable. But even if the Oilers, if the Oilers were to have had a hard-fought game, and did everything right and still lose, I'd be fine with that.
Exactly.
I would be absolutely fine with that. Sometimes you get beat, and if the
Jake Allen stood on his head.
Yeah, and the Hughes brothers went nuts. Whatever happens, he sure has a game. Blah blah blah. Then you're okay with it, but it's the effort and the execution and it seems like let's throw our sticks out there and see what happens kind of attitude. That you can't have that for a team that wants to win a Stanley Cup, I think. And a lot of people I see in the text line and the nasty chat talking about the Stanley Cup hangover. I said at the beginning of the year, this was the first year I thought that they had really put everything in the rearview mirror. And I don't think there's anything to that. If they didn't go to the finals last year, I think we'd still see the same start for some reason. This team just can't get the kickstart going here and start rolling. I don't know what they're waiting for though, because when you look around the league. And you look at the direct competition, and although they lost tonight, you watch the Florida Panthers play hockey, it's a completely different level, right? And they don't have everyone going, and it's not, they're not at the level they were last year, but they play the right way.
Yeah. There's no cheating. There's no lack of awareness. There's no lack of attention to detail. There's none of that. You're not going to win every game in the NHL. They lost 3-0 today, but like Gage said, watch them play. Usually they're doing the right things. They're on the right side of the puck. Mo on the nasty chat says, the crappy effort is from a team who think they are better than everyone else because they've made 2 straight finals. This team hasn't won a damn thing to be this arrogant. Time to wake the F up.
But that's what I put that into that category of putting everything in the rearview mirror, right? What you've done in the past doesn't matter. Good, bad, that all goes back. You take your experiences forward of what you've learned, but it doesn't matter what you've done up to that point, right?
Yeah.
If I have a tough time thinking it's like that. It's something else that, I'm sure Knoblauch's banging his head against the side of the Greyhound bus right now going, what's going on, right?
It must, and Knob's taking a lot of heat. No, the Oilers are not making a coaching change after 5
We just signed a 3-year deal. I think he's safe.
I know we're upset and we're emotional, but let's just calm down a bit. But I'll be honest, for Knob and his staff, especially for Knoblauch and Mark Stewart have been here, they're probably like, why does this continually happen? Like Knob's like, I'm here because of this.
Yeah.
Right? Because they fired Woodcroft. Last year, they were awful in October. This year, it's trending in that direction. I mean, there's a lot of games left this month to turn it around, and it all starts tomorrow in Detroit. But that's the thing, Joaquin. Like, Detroit's a team that's kind of that team that's looking to get into that wild card spot.
That's the scrappy wild card bunch, right?
Yeah, and all these teams are up to play Edmonton. They are.
Well,
right?
the one of the kind of perks of doing this is talking to people outside the market. Yeah. And when you talk about, especially on game days, from their insiders that have been around their teams for a number of years, they say, "Well, we were so worried about Connor and Leon. You know, we got to make sure that they don't go nuts." Like, so their media staff is already worried about them, right? So you can imagine how they prepare for Connor and Leon coming into their building or getting ready to play the Oilers, right? Like, they know that these guys could go ham on them and completely go nuts. So yeah, they're getting everyone's best game, but that's what you want. That prepares you for when it does get tough. You're used to it.
Mo Seider tomorrow is looking at it and saying, I got to be at my best. Now, during the week, maybe they have a game against the Utah Mammoth. Mo Seider is going to say the same thing because they're all pros.
Yeah.
But he might not. But tomorrow, he's going to be laser focused, all of them, because they're like, hey, they've lost 2 games in a row.
They think this is the worst possible scenario. They would have loved if the Oilers went in and ran over 8-1 the Devils, because then they might come in all fat and sassy. But now they're looking at this going, we're going to get the hungriest bunch of Edmonton Oilers so far this season.
Joaquin, you played pro, and a lot of people are texting in like it seems like there's a lack of interest, a lack of urgency. Does that really happen? Like, we always assume that. Like, I have a hard time believing McDavid, Draisaitl, Bush, and Nurse have a lack of interest.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, these guys are. It's something else. It's a switch.
Yeah,
because
it's like we want to play good today, so we're gonna flip the switch.
Yeah. It's so weird because there's other guys that are doing, like, you watch Ekholm's game tonight. He's blocking shots. He's battling in the corners. He's doing everything possible. You know, and you would think by watching him from the bench, going, my God, like, look at this guy. I got to pick my game up. He's doing everything possible. But that's playing within yourself too. And maybe they're just trying too hard to make things happen when you're not reinventing the wheel. You're just working harder than the 5 guys on the other side of the ice and executing better than them. But it does look really lackadaisical and trying to shortcut the game.
Yeah.
And you cannot shortcut the game.
And it seems that when they start, they want to do that, shortcut the game. And then once, everybody's freaking out, and you said it in the pregame, it's like they want the media and the fans to be all over them.
Yeah.
The national media. They want all that. And then they're like, watch, we'll show you guys. And then they flip the switch and they play amazing hockey. And you're like, where is this team all the time? And then as soon as they start feeling good about themselves and we're all fat and sassy here talking them up, it dips again, right? Yeah. It's just the roller coaster.
We just can never say anything good about them anymore.
Never. They're a horrible team, god awful.
Oh man.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still like, people that are saying that like they're missing playoffs. Like I think it's cool heads here. It's this, we're in game 5 of the season.
Yeah.
Tons of time, tons of stuff. This team is not fully healthy. Zach Hyman and Jake Wallman are still out of the lineup.
I will say though, Benny, they're still better than this. Even with those guys out.
100%.
Well, we saw it already in the Vancouver game.
Yeah.
And although like Vancouver didn't have their best stuff, the Oilers were playing the right way.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't ridiculous. Like
you knew Vancouver wasn't coming back in it.
Well, you didn't know because Demko was so damn good.
That too.
He was
like all they needed was a good few minutes, and they could have, it was so close. But that's the kind of goaltending that Pickard was giving them today. It's crazy.
Do we have?
We have McDavid, Henrique, and and Knob.
Let's go with Connor first, please, if you don't mind, there, Benny.
Let's do it. Okay, this is Connor McDavid.
Little mistakes. Did you feel that today you saw that, or was it more of the same?
Maybe for the first 20, we cleaned it up a little bit, and then made a few mistakes there in second period that put us behind the 8 ball and didn't recover.
Back-to-back games with shorthanded goals for you guys. What are you seeing on the power play that's maybe leading to this?
That's a good question. I think obviously the whole team's just a little bit out of sync. Not a lot of flow to our game, not a lot of I don't know. Yeah, just not connected enough even on the power play, but even in 5-on-5.
Talk about being out of sync. Did it feel like a afternoon game in October where you're trying to figure stuff out? You know what I mean? Like it's still a lot of kinks to figure out.
Well, I mean, these 2 points still count, and we talk about getting off to a good start, and we want to get off to a good start. So these games matter, and it's important, and we didn't find a way to win or get better today. So maybe the second part's a little more important than the first. Results matter, but I didn't like that we didn't seem to get any better today.
Yeah, it feels like you're not scoring your team, and now every mistake is just so much more important, right? Is the lack of offense putting pressure on everything else around here?
For sure. I mean, obviously, when you're scoring goals and you're firing on all cylinders, you can afford a mistake here and there, and obviously we can't afford many mistakes right now with the way we're going offensively. So we got to find a way to clean up the mistakes first and get ourselves going offensively.
Does that offensive question, most times in hockey, it comes back to doing it simpler, taking it to the net, getting shots to the net. You guys, I'm not here to tell you how to score goals, but is that accounting?
I think we can all
too.
Yeah, of course. I think everybody can be simpler. Everybody can do things a little bit easier, more predictable for each other. Get more pucks to the net, get more bodies to the net. All the cliches. They're cliches because they work. So it's a nice way to get ourselves out of it, and that'll be the focus moving forward. And we'll get back to our game here.
There's not a lot of time here before the next game, right? So what's one thing maybe you want to really drill in on as you try to you don't have a lot of time and you try to fix it?
I think that's a good thing. You don't like sitting on losses, so it'd be nice just to get to Detroit and get it going again.
That was Connor McDavid meeting with the media. Couple things there. It's back-to-back games is giving up a shorthanded goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can't happen.
No.
This comment was interesting. Results matter, but I didn't like that we didn't seem to get any better today. That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
And that's your captain saying like he didn't see an improvement in his team, and that's concerning.
Yeah, throughout because the start of the game, I would say both teams were pretty level, right? It was sloppy, not a lot of flow, like McDavid said there. But what I liked about, obviously we're not the only ones talking about the simplifying the game a little bit, getting the puck to the net, going for rebounds.
Yeah, and they know that.
It's not. I'm a firm believer that offense comes from good defensive structure and causing teams, putting them in places where they make mistakes, where you get turnovers and you can counter and either draw penalties, things like that. That's where it has to start. It's not just our offense isn't going. I think there has to be a more of a focus, because they're over these last few games and just watching little bits, their neutral zone play is very lax. Like they're allowing teams to do what they want through the neutral zone. And I think that is a point where the Edmonton Oilers can take advantage of their experience and their skill level to get more turnovers or put people in bad positions to make plays within the neutral zone for counterattacking. I think that would, because we've seen them do that in the past, where it's tough for teams they get out of their zone and there's nothing left, right? And that's a sign of a good team. When they get back to that, I think the offense will kind of breed from there.
Yeah. You want to hear from the coach?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Here's Knobber.
A little bit similar to Thursdays regarding maybe the shorthanded goal and just the feel of it, or what was your sense of it?
Yeah, turning point in 2 games now where we had a chance on the power play to really make a difference. The Islander game, we're up 2-1, score late in the third period or second period, go into the third with a 3-1 lead would have been huge. Unfortunately, they score, makes it 2-2. Tonight, very similar situation. We're down 2-1, third period, opportunity to make it 2-2. We give up a shorthanded goal. They score 3-1, then it's really difficult to get out of that.
Connor's assessment was disconnected a little bit on the power play and 5-on-5. What's yours when it comes to those two areas of your team?
Overall, the power play hasn't produced at the level that we expected. First 3 games, it was phenomenal. Should have had probably a goal on every single power play, numerous opportunities, everything but going in. And then the last couple of games, not so much the Islanders. I think the Islanders overall was pretty good, except for the shorthanded goal and the last power play in the third period. But not everyone's going to be phenomenal. Tonight, probably wasn't as sharp as it has been. I think just probably putting a little bit more pressure on guys and feeling they got to do a little extra, but it just felt like it was disconnected, a little bit slower.
When your offense seems like it's out of sync, particularly 5-on-5, is it just put pressure on everything around the game? Like every turnover means more. Every power play seems more important. When you know you're sitting on one goal here, is there a lot of pressure?
When you score, everyone feels better about themselves. Everybody who puts a puck in the net, they feel better about their game and feel a little more confidence, and that helps other guys who haven't scored. And right now, feeling a little tight with our sticks. But, overall, last couple of games, I can't say that we've generated as much as we should have. Definitely those 2 games at home, I think we had a lot of chances. Throughout this road trip, we got to look at creating maybe a little bit more than we have.
Connor was saying that probably the most disappointing thing to him was like the team hasn't gotten better in this. It's since the last game or a couple of games back. I forget exactly how he phrased it, but is that what you're seeing too? That you're not seeing much progress in a lot of key areas?
Yeah, no, we haven't made better. The first 2 games at home, we were great. The Rangers game, throughout the strip, we've got really good goaltending, and which has been good enough that should have gave us some wins. But things are just a little stale, a little stagnant. We had to just speed our game up a little bit more, and the faster you can play, the more you're putting them on their heels, and that's where you force them to make mistakes.
Both Connor and Adam were saying they were grateful that it's the first time they've back to back. A very quick turnaround like Detroit's game tomorrow. Are you confident that this group will be able to put this in the past?
Yeah, this team has always been able to put things behind themselves, and if not look at poor performances, they've been able to get ready for the next one. And the amount of games these guys have been played in high pressure games, regular season, it's not that they're going to dwell on this too long.
That was Chris Knoblauch there, just kind of, simplify. He was asked about what Connor said. It felt like he might have just disagreed a bit and then just kind of turned it around. We got really good goaltending. Yeah, and that's fair. But I'm glad McDavid said it because we're all thinking it. We've all said it.
Yeah,
I like what he said about playing a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
I think that kind of involves what I was saying in the neutral zone without the puck. Right? You can play offense without the puck a little bit and try to force some turnovers. Get that puck back. It just seems like they're satisfied with allowing the other team to have the puck. It's your puck. Go get it.
Yeah. Reed Wilkins sent out a great tweet. He says, Oilers have little offensive presence. Can't grind in the O-zone, which is true. Not enough players who can create. We've been saying this all summer. And yet a lot of people thought that they did. It doesn't mean they're a bad team. It's just they don't have a lot of players that can create. Poor finish when they do get a chance because a lot of these guys are not elite goal scorers. And he also adds, don't expect much more from these forwards. Exactly. Other end, lackluster as well. Have hung goalies out to dry in all 3 games on this trip.
Yeah.
That's just spot on by Reed Wilkins.
That's been his biggest point all summer was there's a big minus to the goal total from the guys you lost this offseason, right? With Connor Brown, Corey Perry, and
well, he had the whole show of laying out who's going to replace the goal?
Exactly.
Right.
And I mean, it's tough. Like for some people that were going to bank on Howard getting 10 to 20, probably
And
put
that's
that
why.
out the window, most likely.
And that's why, Benny, like Howard's a good player. Savoy's a good player. Tomaszek's a good player. But we were just there's so many people that were excited, and I get it. Fans get excited, but to expect these guys that they were going to score 20,
Yeah.
it was not realistic. And we got crapped on a lot because we're negative and all. But no, it's just being realistic.
Yeah.
Like if Savoy scores 12, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Howard, who knows how long he'll be up here, how long he'll be down there. Tomaszek, great opportunity, but 5 games in, and he hasn't been bad. He has zeros. So Kapanen's not a goal scorer. Podkolzin's not a goal scorer. Mangiapane had one good year where he scored 30. He's a solid player, don't get me wrong, but is he an elite finisher like Hyman? No. Okay. Frederick, no. Henrique, at this point in his career, no. So Reed was on to something this summer. Where are the goals going to come from?
You hope Rosovic can add some. But again, like, yeah, I agree with you, which is why I've been saying, I think, like, obviously this team's going to change. This team's going to make playoffs, okay? If they don't, then crap on me.
Benny, if they don't.
If they don't, yeah, whatever.
We're going to have a lot of summer shows.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I didn't even think of
that. But this team's going to look different come playoff time, right? They always do every year. The team is different going into playoffs. And I think, I mean, right now, like the people that were saying they want goaltending to acquire this year, how can you want goaltending right now?
More teams want the Oilers goaltenders right now.
I think they need to be targeting a goal scorer at the deadline. I mean, yeah, it's way too early to be playing this game, but Kempe, I assume he's going to sign in LA. But like just like guys that can help out because there is a lack of goal scoring just from past numbers.
Well, if this continues, they're going to have to look at it.
Oh,
It'd be nice to see someone that, a honey badger guy that just, he gets the puck from either Connor and Leon, and they could be beaver tailing their sticks as much as possible. And this guy's light, like he's firing it. I don't care. Like they need that guy.
Yeah.
That guy that's just a trigger man.
Yeah.
I don't want to pass it.
Yeah.
And
for everybody bringing up Alex Tuck, of course we would want him here. But just go on Puckpedia and look at the money and who's going out. Like
that's
listen, I think next summer is the time. In season, it's going to be tough for this team.
Yeah.
They have no money, and almost the whole squad has no movement. So
and things will be different in a month too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you hope. But it's going to work its way out. There's still some, which I still wonder why there is, but they need to oil up this machine and get a roll in here.
Let's get to the turning point of the game, presented by Advantage Sport Medicine and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game at Advantage Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today at www.advantagesportmed.ca or call 780-460-9977. I mean, this one's a toss-up, guys. Turning point of the game is the power play. Late in the third period, 10:37, Connor Brown steals the puck, goes in all alone, and finishes. That's the turning point. It's not the game winner because Lazar scored with 3 seconds, but that was the turning point of the game. You agree, guys?
Well, just the amount of errors, the touchy-passy that Connor and Leon were moving towards each other. You got Bush going in between.
Just flat out that power play.
It was just like. And McDavid kind of said it too. We're just so out of sync right now.
It's crazy because you practice for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks together. You play some preseason games, and how can you still be so out of sync? And with guys,
once you start playing against other NHLers, they can throw a cog a wrench into the cogs, right? Yeah. So it becomes a whole totally different game.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like preseason at all. I think there should be 1-2 games and then start.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be like rough, but at least you're playing against the NHL players, other NHL players.
All right, let's get to the Damon Bunting Real Estate Player of the Game. Damon Bunting has been a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 17 years. He and his team would love to help you find the right home or make the move from your current home. community driven. He understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on DamonBunting.com or visit his Instagram at DamonBunting Real Estate. Benny, what do you got for us?
Last game, I went to the Oilers for player of the game, even though they lost.
Oh, okay.
I had Savoy as the player of the game Thursday. I will not be doing that today. No, I'm just saying right now. I thought Jack Hughes was ridiculous tonight. Flying around, making ridiculous plays. His first goal is beautiful. Like, perfect, split the D, put in the perfect spot, right inside post. Like, and Luke Hughes. I thought the Hughes brothers just took over the game today. Like, they were the best players on the ice, I thought, tonight. And Jack Hughes, 2 goals. Yeah, that gets player of the game for me.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
That first goal was elite.
Yeah.
It woke him up, and he was all over it after.
Yeah.
There was one play by Luke Hughes where he toe dragged an Oiler. He looked like Quinn Hughes. Yeah, I told you.
Well, they said, that was, I believe that was on Podkolzin where he danced him.
Yeah.
Then went in and they got it. And great save by Pickard too on that one.
Yeah.
Like, that was unbelievable. But yeah, the Hughes brothers, it's going to be really difficult when Quinn gets there too.
Yeah. The GM keeps alluding to it, so who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Jack Hughes, an elite game from him. Man, when he's healthy and going and confident, he's a player.
He can stay healthy for them the rest of the year because they're a good team.
They are a good team.
Oh yeah,
really good team.
Benny, you're back at it tomorrow.
I am. Yeah, Tom and I will. Tom's driving in from Calgary tomorrow morning, straight into the studio. It'll be Tom and I with Matt Cassian doing the pre and post for the 1:00 game tomorrow against the Red Wings.
So noon. Tune in to Edmonton Sports Talk YouTube, or if you're listening, iHeart, TuneIn Radio apps, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Gage, we're off tomorrow, but we'll be back Monday. Will we be breaking down a winless weekend for the Oilers, or will we be talking about a win?
I think it'll be a better effort. Let's just say that. I think it's going to be a better game. Always tough back-to-backs. And the Oilers are limping right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have some good things to look at. Monday, 1 to 3, EST afternoons.
Vayner said, I have no effing clue. You send Janmark down in the accrued salary cap, you can get Tuck. Janmark's not going down. Stop it with that.
Yeah, the boot.
Yeah.
And he makes $1 million.
Yeah.
Listen, I want Alex Tuck too. I just think it's more realistic in the offseason.
Do you want Tuck? I like Tuck.
Tuck's, for the top 6. Like, finally give Draisaitl a winger.
You never know if it'll work out, though.
No, you don't.
And he loves Podkolzin.
Yeah. His current cap space for the Oilers, $325,626.
Jeez.
Yeah. Could it be done? Sure. Bowman's going to have to go to work and trade some pieces.
You better.
Yeah. So, of course, we're not saying we don't want better players on this team. Of course we do. And Alex Tuck is a perfect. Hey, but Buffalo's rolling right now. I just want to see how much this guy makes over here.
Buffalo.
He's only 4.75, but he's a UFA after next year.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll apologize. I thought he was way more than 4.75. I thought he was at 6.
Oh no. Yeah.
It could be doable then. But now, again, if Buffalo continues to play well, they might still trade him because they'll probably lose him in free agency. There's no way Alex Tuck's going back to Buffalo.
Unless they bring back up the Brinks truck. But why would you do that, right?
Yeah, unless they're paying him $10 million. But again, this guy wants to play in the playoffs. So the Oilers could move Kapanen, Tomashek, Podkolzin.
Mm-hmm.
That's $3.3 million right there. That's what they would have to do. Or minors, right? Tomashek. Matthias Janmark. If you have a modified, can you still get sent down?
Isn't that a team list that you have to submit though?
Yeah.
Or
because if you have a full no movement, you can be sent down.
You have to agree to it.
You have to agree with it. But in a modified, do you have to?
There's certain stipulations, I think. Yeah.
So it could be done. So Vayner, you are right. Just no need to call me an effing idiot. All right, guys. Well, it's been a fun show. Thank you for everybody watching, listening. You guys are awesome for chiming in.
Thank you.
Frustrating for sure. 5-3 loss. Let's see if they can bounce. If they bounce back tomorrow, all is well in the world.
Exactly.
Again. They'll be over 500.
It's the best part of playing like back-to-backs is if you lose that first one, you can forget about it quick, start focusing on the next one, just like Connor said.
Yeah.
And back to work. Hard hat, hard boots, overalls. Time to get back to work here.
I think we'll be talking about a win on Monday.
I
Benny,
think so too.
you're awesome. Great
Thanks,
job
Benny.
producing and chiming in. Have a good show tomorrow with Tommy and Matt Cassian. Hawk, thanks for hanging out with us today and filling in for Matt Cassian. Tommy Gazzola back in this chair tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be very happy, very happy. I'll be watching from my home and texting in. That's what I'll be doing. For Benny, for Hawk, I'm Hernan saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the thumbs up. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Don't let it ruin you. Be happy. Enjoy it. We'll chat tomorrow or Monday.